Everybody, Jeff, your executive gardener. How are you doing? I'm coming to you live from my kitchen. I did a video on this a few years ago, but I'm going to do it again. And the video has to do with making dill pickles. So I'm going to share my dill pickle recipe with you. I'll show you a real quick video how I do it. You can copy it and enjoy your own dill pickles. So I'll run through exactly what you need to do to have fresh dill pickles. I can tell you from our perspective, we make them and we can't give them away. We can't eat them fast enough. They're pretty darn good. They're fresh. So let me turn the camera around and show you how you can make your own dill pickles at home. All right, to start with, this is a dill pickle recipe. So to make dill pickles, you need to create a brine. Part of that brine is 4.5 cups of water. It's 1.25 cups of white vinegar. Okay, distilled white vinegar, 1.25 cup of pickling salt. You can get that at any grocery store. So it's called pickling salt. And then lastly, 1 tablespoon of pickling spice. This will make you three or four quart-sized containers. So that's the brine. You need to create that. You need to bring it to a nice warm simmer. Obviously, the salt will dissolve in the water, and you stir it up real good. I'll show you what my brine looks like in a second. And then on top of that, you need fresh onions, you need fresh garlic, you need fresh dill, and if you like your pickles hot, there's a little bit of spice, a little bit of any type of hot pepper. I used jalapeno pepper. Lastly, actually not lastly, you need a quart-sized mason jar. You can get a mason jar at any Walmart, Target, with a lid that seals. Also, you need something called pickle crisp. This is pickle crisp. You put a teaspoon into each quart, and that helps those pickles snap when you bite into them. So let's take a walk over here real quick, and I'll show you the brine. So the brine has been heated, and it looks like this. So you'll see the pickling spice in here. Obviously, the pickling salt has dissolved, and then the vinegar and the water are mixed together. So as you can see, it's relatively hot. So what you do here is I have a bunch of pickling cucumbers right there. I slice them in halves or quarter, depending on the size. I then go to my fresh ingredients. So we belong to a CSA, and all of these are fresh. So we have our garlic cloves that we chop up. We've got onions, which I've sliced up. You've got the jalapeno pepper, okay? And if you like spicy, just put 2 or 3 of these pieces at the bottom of the mason jars I'll show you. And of course, the most important part, you have the fresh dill. So what I do is I slice these up and I jam these cucumbers in. But before I do, as you'll see at the bottom there, I put my garlic, my onions, my dill, as you'll see is down there, my pepper, and what I then do is I pour the brine into here all the way up to the top, and then I seal the lid. Once I seal the lid, I'll come back and show you. I think I can do 3 or 4 quart-size jars of dill pickle. I stick it right into the refrigerator, okay? So let me fill this up with brine, cut the rest of the cucumbers, add this to the bottom, and then I'll show you what the finished product looks like. Here we are back. So that recipe I gave you makes 3 quart-size mason jars of pickles. So there's 2 of the jars that are sealed up. Now, this is not canning. So if you're going to be canning, that's a different video. So canning, you're going to have to boil each of these jars, boil the lids. These are going right into the refrigerator. They have to be refrigerated for about 2 weeks. You'll see you'll see all the good stuff, the onions, the dill, the dill's on the side there, the peppers, the garlic, all smashed in there. And that will start to lighten as the brine soaks in to the pickles, okay? But these jars are jammed with all the ingredients I showed you and nothing but good stuff. You'll see here, here's one that I did before I closed. Remember, before you close, you put this is real important, I'd say maybe half a teaspoon of pickle crisp into here before you shut the lid. You'll see I had some extra dill here, so I just jammed in a bunch of dill there to make it nothing but good tasting at the end. You'll see the pickling spices in there, and all the other ingredients are jammed on the bottom. Again, about 2 weeks in the refrigerator. You need to go right to the refrigerator. This is not a canning video. These will not last. Once we open these in 2 weeks, they'll be gone in 1 week. I guarantee you. They're just that delicious. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. How to make dill pickles at home. This is Jeff, your executive gardener. Bye for now.